What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm bringing you one of my recent endurance sessions here in the gym. So I'm going to be going through the entire workout. So let's jump right in. So I decided to start off with some easy bouldering for my warm-up. Now this problem I had done a couple times already, so even though it was a V4, it felt like a really good one to start on. So right here is actually the crux of the whole problem, this big gas down move. But from there you come up into a catch with a nice little thumb press there on the top of the volume. Moving out the feet and the hands, it's just a matter of working your way up on those nice crimpy jugs. And there we have the top out. Definitely a nice one to start on. So the second problem I decided to do for my warm-up I hadn't done before, but it was a V4 which featured a lot of crimps. So I thought it'd be a really good one to start off with and really warm up my fingers. Now this, as you can see here, was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I managed to have the flexibility to do it just okay. So as I worked my way up, one thing I was noticing is that in this position my hips were pretty far away from the wall, which definitely would explain why this problem felt a little harder than it probably could have been if I had done a little bit better technique here. But I managed to hang on to those crimps and get the top of the wall. Pretty exhausting warm-up problem, but we made it through. So the third and final warm-up problem here is a white V5. Now this is another problem I had done at the end of a previous session, and starts off here with a pretty awesome dynamic dyno. This one was really cool. And so I did a foot and hand throw basically to the undercling, came up, back flag into that other hold. Now this second to last hold I really had to get high on, otherwise I would fall off. And then I decided to do the last move dynamic. Pretty awesome problem now that I knew the beta. Definitely took me a couple tries at first. So jumping into the endurance portion of this workout, I decided to start with the green tape first. So the green tape is actually the easiest circuit on this wall. Features a lot of big holds, some jugs, and very minimal crimpy and slopey holds. So that's why I like to start with it. And as you'll see through this workout video, this was the one I repeated the most during the session just because I was getting pumped as it was, and so why not? So one of the things I like to really work on while doing the endurance board is trying to keep my arms as straight as possible. My footwork can always be better. It's something I'm working on improving, but as you can see here, I'm really trying to keep my arms as straight as possible to I guess eliminate the pump early in the problem. So the first circuit of every day is always the hardest because you usually forget where the holds are, and so luckily I was able to find the holds for this problem okay. So working my way up, once again turning my hips in, trying to make use of some of those nice body positioning locations for nice rest opportunities. And at this point I'm getting a little bit pumped. As you can see, I'm shaking my hands off, but I'm still trying to keep my legs straight and my arms straight, I mean. They recently reset this whole board, which I think is great. I have yet to do the white tag. I've done the green tag and half of the pink tag at this point. So maybe the white one will be for another video. So I repeated that circuit 5 times. In between each go at that circuit, I rested for 3 minutes. I then worked on the pink route. And no, this is not sped up. I just had to go really, really quickly through those first moves. And that was an intentional effort to try to not get pumped early on. So the ping tag had a lot more small holds. This one had very, very few large holds, and was really, really taxing compared to the first circuit I did. I probably should have done this one earlier in my sets. You know, this was after 5 sets of the green tag. So right here we get the rest, the first really good rest of the problem. 2 kind of small jugs, but good enough. This white hold, I never got past that white hold. I always kept getting pumped. So I repeated up to that white hold 3 times and rested 3 minutes in between each of those goes. I'll have to get that one next time. So after the endurance portion, I decided to move on to some wide grip pull-ups. I did 4 sets of 5 and rested 30 seconds in between. I really like doing these at the end of sessions for the rear delt development. Then to finish off the 60 pull-ups, I did 5x8 reps of the normal grip with 30-second rest in between. So that finished off the 60 pull-ups I planned on doing that day. So lastly, moved into some core. I'm really, really bad at the roller here, but we decided to do 3 sets of 10 with a 30-second rest. Now my counting was all over the place, so if you count along, you may or may not see 10 reps. I don't know, but these are really hard. I definitely need to do these more. So then we moved into the reversed crunch. Now these are one of my favorite, especially since they really, really hit the lower abs well. So we were pretty tired here, so we only did 2 sets of 20. As you'll see, we do another exercise right after it with no rest in between exercises. So the next exercise was Mason twist, and as I just mentioned, we went right into this exercise after the reverse crunch. So after 2 sets of 25, and that's for each side, so 50 total, we did take a 30-second rest. And these are my favorite for working the obliques. So lastly, after finishing 2 rotations of the reverse crunch and the Mason twist, we went into 2 sets of 20 side crunches, and we did these on both sides with no rest in between. So 4 continuous sets total. Alright, thanks for watching. This was a short video today, but hopefully you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.